Many students ask me how to write the perfect statement of purpose, which is also known as letter of motivation. And this is needed whenever you apply in universities, whether in UK, whether it's Australia, Canada, or anywhere else. Writing a perfect SOP is very important, whether you get a scholarship or not. So today I have a special guest, Eugene, who had got 100% scholarships in that scholarship. So he is going to help you how to write a perfect SOP. He's going to share his example. He's going to share his tips. So if you want to know how to write a perfect SOP, make sure you keep watching the video till the end. So let me introduce you now to Eugene. Hi Eugene, welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy and congratulations on getting 100% scholarships.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sarika, for having me here. It's really nice to be here with you.
Thank you. Eugene, if you don't mind, can you please quickly introduce yourself to my audience?
Okay, my name is Eugene Brown, and I am an alumnus of the DAD scholarship in Germany. So this is a fully funded scholarship which takes care of basically everything, including your flight ticket. And I also run a YouTube channel called Eugene Brown, where I share information about studying abroad and scholarship, basically. And yeah, I'm happy to be here to share with you the little tips I have on writing award-winning statement of purpose.
Yeah, thank you very much. So Eugene, if you don't mind, can you share your screen and get through whatever notes you have made from my audience so that they can also grab 100% scholarship like you did?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and I'll make this as quick as possible. I'll basically start from the point that writing a very perfect or close to perfect statement of purpose is quite important in winning or getting any scholarship or even just getting admitted into your dream course. So the statement of purpose is one of the most important documents to get into your dream course or to win a scholarship. So that is why in this video, we want to place some emphasis on how you can write a perfect statement of purpose. So I have some tips for you and also give you some guidelines on how to write this statement of purpose from paragraph to paragraph. So stick with us as we take you through this. So the first tip I have for you is that you have to do a lot of research. So it's not just about writing the statement of purpose or just getting through it fast as possible, but to do your research, you have to research on the particular course you want to apply to. You have to research on the scholarship. If you're applying for a scholarship, you have to look at the web page and the course page for the particular course and see what is written in those pages. And with that, you can get to know the objectives of this scholarship, because you want to write your statement of purpose to align with the objective of the particular scholarship or program. So you also want to understand what is in the course page for the particular program, because we're going to talk about this later in this video to see how you can align what is written in the program to your statement of purpose. So another important point is that you have to understand if there are specific requirements for the particular scholarship. For example, you can have the DAD scholarship, which is peculiar to or related to developing countries, and you also have achievement scholarships. So these scholarships can have specific requirements or what they want you to have in the statement of purpose. You must make sure you align or you go along with what is required for the particular statement of purpose. And another important point is that you have to think of a problem. So writing a statement of purpose is not just writing or just to have the statement of purpose so you can submit it along with other documents, but you have to think of a problem in your home country that you want to include in this statement of purpose. And the problem, you can think of a problem when you already know the course you're applying to and understand what the course is all about. With that, you can be able to think of a problem, and you have to write that problem on a piece of paper. And then another tip is that you should avoid using big grammars. I've had the opportunity to review some letter of motivation, and I see people using big grammars that the reviewer have to use a dictionary to understand what they are saying. So that you should avoid. So avoid the use of big grammars. And we're also going to take a look at some more tips for you. And you should avoid copying and pasting. So some persons go to web pages, they just copy the statement of purpose or letter of motivation, and they just paste it and maybe do a little edit. So you should completely avoid that. And Another thing I noticed about statement of purpose scholars write is that they try to sound poor. So they try to feel like, so they try to sound as if they are from a poor background. And you should completely avoid sounding poor, because that is not going to give you, you're not going to have pity from the reviewers to say, oh, this person is from a very poor background. Let's consider the person, unless the scholarship is stating, is asking you to show how poor or your family background is. If the scholarship is not requiring you to do that, then you should avoid sounding poor. Instead, you want to show the skills you have that matches the scholarship. So you are going to arrange your scholarship, your statement of purpose in a very structured paragraph. We're going to take a look at that later in this video. And you should make sure your statement of purpose is at least 2 pages, a maximum of 2 pages. 1 page is enough. If it exceeds 1 page, maybe a page and a half, but it should not exceed 2 pages. And another good tip is that you should review other award-winning statement of purpose. So, for example, I have written an ebook which talks about guidelines for international scholarship sources, and this ebook contains a lot of statement of purpose from scholars who have won a scholarship. So reviewing such statement of purpose can also give you an idea on what to write and how to write it down. And one other important tip is that don't just write and submit your statement of purpose. Make sure you give it to your friends to review for you. And you have to take time. You don't have to write your statement of purpose at one go. You can write it down and come back to it maybe in 2 days' time, or after a week, or even after a month, to take a fresh look at that statement of purpose and get a better view on it. And also, you can use tools like Grammarly.com to make sure you don't have grammatical errors in your statement of purpose, and make sure you have a very good story. So those are some tips that you can apply. And right now, we'll go into a more structured way to write a statement of purpose. So the first part, I get a lot of questions about this also, is how to include the address. So I think the very best way to include your address is to make it like a formal letter, because it's also called a letter of motivation, right? So you can include it like a formal letter where you have your address to the right top, and then you have the address of the university to the left top. Then you have the salutation. It can be dear sir or dear madam, and you have the title right here, statement of purpose or letter of motivation or letter of intent, depending on what the scholarship or the course is asking you to write. So that is for that. And we go into the paragraphs. So I'm just going to take this quick as possible. You can jot it down. You can take screenshots, and I believe this is going to help you write a very good statement of purpose. So the very first paragraph should talk about your introduction and your interest about the particular program or about the particular scholarship. So something like this can do, but you don't have to copy exactly what I have here. So you can write something like, I'm writing to express my interest in applying for a master's degree program in, you can put in the course. I believe my educational background would enable me to make a strong contribution at the university. I graduated in 2020 from, putting your university name, and I got a bachelor's degree in water resource management. So that is a very brief introduction. It should not be too complicated, and don't try to sound too dramatic in writing your statement of purpose. It should be as simple as possible and as easily understood as possible. Then the second paragraph should talk about your education, your skills, and your experience. And if you've been involved in any volunteering activities, this is very, very important. You should include them into your statement of purpose in the second paragraph. And you want to state how your skills, the experience you've had, maybe from your job or from doing internships, and also from volunteering, how they relate to the course you are applying to, how they fit you into this course and make you the very best student to be taken for this course or for the scholarship. And the third paragraph is also quite important, because this is where you want to state the reason why you have applied for the program. And the skills you stand to gain from this particular program. So what I want you to do in this third paragraph is to relate these reasons to, one, the problem that you aim to solve in your home country, or in your home country, and then you also relate it to your current career, what you do presently, and then you relate it to your future ambitions, so that you're able to tell a very good story. So this is what you can do. For example, in the place of relating this to the problem you want to solve, I've given a brief write-up here. So for example, if you're applying for a water pollution related course, you can have something like, water pollution crisis is currently a major challenge in my country. That is the problem. And then from my research, scarcity of potable drinking water is predicted to increase by 30% in 2030. Therefore, preventive actions have to be put in place, and I am solely interested in solving this crisis using preventive policies measures. And I believe an MSc in water management will give me the needed skills and knowledge to make a positive impact in my home country. For example, the course module on water policy covers area of preventive water pollution measures. So this is just like an example, and I've highlighted some major parts in red, as you can see on the screen. For example, the predicted, this part which says that scarcity of potable water is predicted to increase by 30%, shows that you have done some research in this particular area and you have some statistics. So if you're able to get in some statistics in whatever course you're applying to show that you have done some research, relate what is going to happen in the future, you use percentage, you try to put some averages there, it shows that you have done your homework, you have done a good research, and you actually know what you are doing. And most times, you always try to make sure the problem you are trying to solve is as simple as possible. Don't try to say you want to solve the whole problem of your country. Try to make it as specific as possible. The problem, for example, I've also included the fact that there's a particular course module in the program, like the water policy course module, which I've also highlighted in red, that covers this interest of mine. This also shows that I have done some research in the course that I'm trying to study. I've gone through the modules and understood what each module is going to teach me, or what skill I'm going to get from this module. So this is quite important in writing a very capturing statement of purpose. And also you want to include your future ambitions, like you want to do a PhD. So the skills I'm going to get from this program is going to be important for my future careers, because I plan to do a PhD after this program. And also, for example, the skills I'm going to get is going to be important in my current career as this. So relate these skills you are going to get to your to the problem, to your current career, as well as to your future ambitions. Very, very important. And then for the fourth paragraph, you want to talk about other motivations, because this is like a statement of purpose. What is your purpose? So there are different purpose. You can have different purpose why you want to apply to this particular program, and you want to do you want to be as simple as possible. So you can relate it to the reason why you have chosen the university, the reason why you have chosen to study in a particular country, the reasons why, for example, you can also mention names of professors who can also be the motivation why you want to study in that particular university. Mention their names, and you can also mention their research and why you are interested in their particular research, so they know that you have done a lot of research on that particular course and university. And another reason or motivation could also be international networking, as well as experiencing different cultures. So these are simple things that you can include into your statement of purpose that can spice it up and help you to that can help you to achieve your dreams. And then the fifth paragraph will basically help you to conclude your statement of purpose, and you want to finish strong and in an optimistic tone. So you can have something like this: I am also aware of the kind of dedication and perseverance I will need to have to achieve the best results in this field. And I believe my background will qualify me for such a master's program. So this is quite important. It shows that you believe in yourself and you have the right passion to go into this program and succeed, even if you know that, yeah, it might be challenging, but yes, you believe that your skills and your background will help you to do it and succeed in that particular master's program. So I think this is a good way. And then you can also conclude with the salutation like best regards. You leave a space for your signature and you include your full name. So this is one way, and there are different ways to write statement of purpose, but you can follow this method and also make sure you are telling your own story. That is very important. Make sure you are telling your own story and not the story of any other person.
Thank you very much, Eugene. This was so powerful and this was so informative. So I believe this is going to help everyone, whoever is looking for a scholarship to study abroad. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you once again.
Yes. And to conclude, these are some important keywords that you should try to make sure they are included in your statement of purpose, like strong background, great passion, future ambitions, contribute or contribution, PhD, career, research, volunteer, skills, training. So it's not limited to this, but just make sure some of these keywords are present in your statement of purpose. So that will be it from me, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Guys, Eugene got his own YouTube channel as well. The links are provided in my video description. Please go and check out his channel and reach out to him as well for any kind of queries. And I'm going to tag him all his social handle as well, like Instagram and also Twitter. Thank you for being on my show, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with my audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and you are doing a great job. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.